Okay guys, today I'll be going over what I got in July. I'm a little late as I was last time, but not the end of the world. So I'll just be going over all the manga, and I actually got my first American comic. I guess I'll put that in this video as well, since I know there are very few people who actually do have an interest in that also have an interest in manga. So I include that as well, but I guess here we go. So I believe, okay, so right now my collection is very unorganized. Like, it's pretty bad. Like, I have all this. I believe that was from last month. That, I think most of this, and then this right here, I think is all new. So that's phenomenal. Okay, so I grabbed this, which I believe is the first volume of a spin-off of Jin King of Bandits. This has actually has a really cool cover, and I know you know anything about it. It's got like a foil cover, which is really cool. I'll probably get more of this series at some point, but I just saw it in my second child and decided to grab it. I got another volume of this, which I have Danganronpa like right here. This is I think this is, believe that this is everything they have in English. And then I think this is Chucky's Story Volume 1. This is Volume 2. I also grabbed this, looked mildly interesting, and I knew it was a series I thought of print, as the publisher is Del Rey. I don't know much about it, but when I was flipping through it, there was a definitely an interestingly designed character. Pretty cool cover. It's very short, so I'll most likely wind up grabbing this at some point. Let's see if I can find that character again. I can't. But I'll probably read that at some point. I've just been grabbing a lot of just random stuff as of late. Should probably chill on that, which I have been doing after realizing how many series I have that I just only have like one volume of. Another series I decided to pick up was Junji Ito's No Longer Human. That I'm actually currently reading. I don't know what happened to my bookmark, but this is one of the ones I'm currently reading. Saint Young Man's Old. Okay, this would be a little rough. So, I believe I had 2 volumes of Akame Got Killed last time I recorded a video in my collection. And I believe 2 and 4 are both new. I mean, I don't feel like I need to explain what Akame Got Killed about. I feel like most people would know, but just in case. I mean, it follows, like, I mean, I haven't read the series, I've only watched it, so this is, I'll give a rundown of what I actually do know about it. It follows a guy who, like, I believe comes from his village, and he goes to, like, the big city. This happens in I believe what happened in chapter 1, at least going off the anime, so I guess spoiler alert just in case this is not the case, but he comes from the city with 2 friends. They both wind up getting killed, and I believe tortured, and then he winds up joining this group who is supposed to be, like, I guess, aggressive activists. Like, they're trying to take down an organization that they do not like. That's basically what this entire series is about. The manga it's supposed to be really different from the anime. That's why I'm picking it up. Okay, so this is stuff that I got. This was in my last video, but I didn't talk about it because I had got it that month. Like, my video was late, and so I didn't talk about it because I had just gotten it. So this is actually a series I'm currently, like, deep into reading besides the one I'm reading online, and it's really funny. Like, I would definitely recommend this to most people that like comedy. Just probably be like an adult or something, because it is very, very inappropriate. But it is hilarious. Like, this is definitely one of the better reads I've had in recent times. Great story. I don't really want to spoil anything because I feel like it's part of the story. I decided to get the first volume of Children X, which I know some people that will be very happy to see this. I read this series. I read, like, I think it was like 6 volumes. It had like 6 chapters when I first read this, like a few years ago, I believe. I saw that it was by Sui Ishida, who's the author of Tokyo Ghoul, and I had to read it. And when I did read it, like that long ago, it it wasn't that great to me. And people have been like just glazing it like really hard, so I decided to just go ahead and pick up the first volume and see if it's as good as people say. Hopefully it is. If it's not, I mean, I'll just sell it and move on. I got Death Note short stories. This is a pretty hefty volume, to be honest. Pretty glad to have this because I don't know if y'all guys, I don't know if how many of y'all know, but Trump appears in this, which I think is absolutely hilarious. I have not read it yet, but I do plan to fairly soon, and obviously put it next to my volumes of Death Note, as you know, they're down there. Moving on. I believe this. I mean, I'm just checking, make sure. I believe this is the last volume of manga, or yeah, it's the last volume of manga I've gotten this month, or technically last month. Junji Ito's The Liminal Zone. Again, haven't read this, but I do plan to eventually. Just kind of getting through this slowly, guys. I don't really know much about it besides the fact that it's a two-parter. I don't think it follows one story. I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of short stories, and I guess I could make shorts by looking at the table of contents. But as far as I know, it's not a yeah, this looks like it's probably just a short story collection. Excited to read this, as I have been neglecting getting anything from Junji Ito for a while. Okay, and then here is the comic book series I decided to get. Hold on. Okay, so I'll be revealing the comic book series I decided to pick up. It's The Walking Dead. I mean, there's not really much I can say about this. I just know. I'm not gonna say I know, but I really like zombie series, like a lot. If there was more zombie-related manga that was out, I would probably get zombie stuff more often, but there isn't that much. So I decided to pick these up because I love the show. I will say I've only watched season 1, so not sure how good that my opinion on that is. But I do know it changes significantly at about season 2, according to what people have told me. So I will read this through and possibly make a video on it, depending on how I like it. I mean, I find it hard to believe I won't like it, but nothing's impossible, I guess. So yeah, expect a video on that at some point. Probably not soon, but at some point. And one last thing before I end this video. For my next video, I plan to read viewer suggestions, pretty much anything, just not I'm not gonna say that, but you get the point. Just nothing too strange, please. So yeah, drop a comment about what you want me to read, and I'll read it. I'll probably wind up reading the first 10 to 20 chapters, depending on how many of these I get. I'll probably try to read literally every series that gets suggested. Now, if it goes over like 30 different series, that might change, but I'm doubtful. So, at least as of now, it will be 10 to 20 chapters. This is heavily dependent on how many suggestions I get. I'll be taking one suggestion per person, so don't try to drop more than one, please. So expect that video out at some point. Probably not soon. I've been working on another one right now. I'll probably release that one, and then it'll probably be the one after that for anyone who's interested. So yeah, do that, and goodbye.